In this video I have a 2021 Toyota RAV4 and I'm going to be showing you how to replace some of the bulbs on the rear of the car. Now a lot of the tail lights are actually LEDs, so the tail lights and braking lights in here are actually all LEDs, and if they have failed, unfortunately you have to replace the unit. However, that said, there is a couple of light bulbs in here. We've got our turn signal bulb here and also our reversing lamp here, and that's repeated on both sides of the car. So I'm going to be showing you how to replace those. So first off, we're going to open up the tailgate fully, and we are going to need a couple of tools to do this. First, for the reversing lamps, we're going to need a medium-sized flat screwdriver, and we're going to be looking up here on the tailgate. We're going to take off that cap there, and then just taking a look inside, you can see a couple of cables there, and then you can turn that by hand and bring that out, and that is our reversing light bulb. So you can just replace that by pulling it out and making sure you get the correct one to put back in. Always use a bit of rag or something rather than touching the glass with your fingers. You don't want it to break, and you also don't want to get any grease or oils onto the glass as well. And then you're just going to rotate that back into position and give it a turn, and then of course get our cover plate from earlier. So that one's nice and simple. It's a little bit more involved to actually do the turn signal bulbs because it's actually in this cluster here. So what we're going to do is just pull that bit of plastic off like that, and then you've got two 10mm bolts. So we're going to go ahead and undo those fully, and I'll just take these out. Now once they're removed, it's actually a two-handed job to remove the cluster, so I'm just going to set the camera up and show you how to do that. So just to show you, one hand here, one hand on the side, and you're just going to move it away from the car, and then that'll allow you to actually rotate the cluster round. And now this is our turn signal bulb here. And the same thing, make sure you always use a rag to take that out and also put the new one in. If you need to remove the cluster fully, you can actually remove each of these electrical connections. And actually take the cluster fully off. And then to replace it, just make sure you get them in the right order so they are sized. Just clipping them straight back on, putting our turn signal lamp back in, and tucking the cables into the cable clamp. And we're just going to rotate the cluster around, making sure we line up all of the points, and then we're going to push it towards the front of the car, making sure it locks in, and return both of our screws. No need to do them up too tight, and then we get our cover plate that we just put back on. And there we go, that's my video on how to replace the light bulbs at the rear of a 2021 Toyota RAV4. If you found that video helpful, please do give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, check out some of my other videos, and subscribe to my channel.